If you were a kid in the 90s in India, something that was inescapable was the monster that was 90s indie pop. मेरे हिसाब से is the best time for Indian music ever. So in this week's episode of Padaku Panda, Soumya and I take a dive into this amazing genre, discussing our favorite songs and artists. It's a freaking blast. So without further ado, let's just get into the podcast. The 90s indie pop movement actually started in the late 80s.
Okay.
Or actually in the 80s, by 81, Nazia Hassan and her brother Zohaib Hassan released their song produced by this Indian-born UK producer called Bidu, B-I-D-D-U. Yeah. So that song in that indie pop era is the largest selling album or song till date.
And this was late 80s.
This was around 84.
Okay.
That album is called, or that song is called Young Tarang. Okay, and it sold in the 80s. It sold around 40,000 copies.
Damn.
And like this is where you have to actually personally go and buy CDs and cassettes for it to count. Like you would just not pirate it, right? Now the funny thing is, Nazia and Zohaib Hassan are from Pakistan.
Of course.
The 90s era that all 90s kids love so much has been a gift from Pakistan. Nazia Hassan is favorite for me because she has a song called Boom Boom, and that's the song I used to listen to when my mom used to feed me. Like I used to not eat unless or until that song was playing. Like that's why she has
so
like
you can
a big
see
impact
here
in my
we
life.
have somebody who literally had saline ke bottle mein wo rehta hai na, instead of that he had like 90s Hindi music.
Hindi music. It's in my veins. So anyway, I wanted to ask you if you had to zero in on one artist or one song from the 90s that defines like that. When I say 90s indie pop, your mind immediately goes to that song or that artist.
I guess there are a few people who I remember. Like it's not just one. I mean, obviously
It feels
feels like
the one that stands out.
I think for me specifically, because my entire family was into him, it was Shan.
Oh.
And funnily enough, it was Shan. It was really randomly Kabhi Kabhi Alisha Chinoy, just because of a music video, right?
Of course.
And also towards the end of my 10th, 10th tak, it was Raghav Mathur. Like these people, I feel like were some repetitions in my life, and obviously there were way many more.
Yeah.
But that was not something that I would go back to and say ki this song, when I was listening to this song, I was doing this. That is how Raghav Mathur, Alisha Chinoy and Shan are for me, at least. And I know they're not even related to each other in that way, except that they're indie pop artists, but very weird.
Oh man, it's so iconic if you go to a public place and just start singing Aankhon mein sapne liye ghar se hum chal to diye, and the entire public will come around and start singing it. Everyone knows the lyrics to that song. It's just and then you know the visuals of the video because it's just Shan with a backpack walking along the road.
Oh my god, yeah.
Taking lift from people.
And then these fades and each scene is fading into the next, and there's fog and everything everywhere. Which was a very indie pop aesthetic actually.
Oh, yeah.
This whole scene where there's a dream boy in a jacket and jeans.
Wasn't that his debut song?
No. He had many more before that.
Tanha Dil was his debut, yes.
In indie pop scene, but otherwise he had more.
No, he didn't do Bollywood before he did indie pop. He transitioned from indie pop to Bollywood like many other artists did. So Tanha Dil was like his first song, and that just broke all the freaking records, dude. So I remember tabhi 90s mein MTV and Channel V had just become music channels had just become a thing. And it was just these 90s indie pop songs that used to play throughout the day.
They used to not really play the Bollywood songs. There were special segments in the day when they used to play that, but it was not all the time.
Yeah, mostly. So 90s, even Bollywood has great music.
Of course,
but
no doubt.
This movement really stood out with the Bollywood competition also.
True.
So much so that people from Bollywood actually tried singing indie pop. Because indie pop artists went from indie pop to Bollywood, some Bollywood people are like, dude, this market is crazy and we need a bite of this.
That's pretty intense because even what I had read was that during this time, satellite TV boxes had started becoming popular, right? And they needed, like, the people who were doing this networking and TV channel and stuff, they really needed to get music channels on board. So to make those music channels run, you know, all the time, like 24/7, they needed material.
Yeah.
And that's why they started pushing indie pop artists. Ki, you know, tum log please apna scene banao so that we have something to show to the people.
Yeah, they needed content. They're like, you make content and we'll give you like tons of money for it. And that's how. But like, I mean, so that gave rise to so many good artists.
Yeah,
like you mentioned Lucky Ali, you mentioned Shaan. The one thing that stands out from that era, another song that stands out to me is Kumar Sanu did one indie pop song.
Dude, yes, I love that song.
Called Tera Mera Pyar. Okay, and I had the opportunity to see Kumar Sanu live last year. Okay, and
last year, like that's pretty recent.
2019. Yeah. So
if Kumar Sanu is still performing, I mean, I don't know if he's performing now, but
he is 64, 65, but he still has that energy on and like vibe about him.
That's pretty sick.
So this guy was testing. He didn't even sing the entire song. Okay, he sang 3 lines. He sang पहला note मेरे कान में आया और मेरा दिमाग फट गया. I squealed. I'm not making this up. I was with my parents, my brother and my bhabhi. So I was sitting here, my parents on that side, and I just go, and they are like, क्या हो गया तू ठीक है? I'm singing my favorite song live in front of me. What is happening?
You remember that artist called Anaida, right?
Yeah.
She had like a very thin voice, and she was actually, I think personally, I feel like Anaida got really popular because she was very good looking.
Yeah.
Like she was very conventionally pretty.
Yeah,
she
so her videos were actually more popular than her songs.
Yeah.
Like we don't remember her songs, but I don't remember the video. Like,
and
the
that's one of
striking.
the things though, like I feel like the videos had to be pushed at that time. A, we've already discussed the whole satellite TV angle, right? But B, a lot of these songs became hits only based on the popularity of the music video.
Yeah.
Like even if the song was not good, they just made them like, oh, this is a big hit because the music video is very popular. So they started putting in a lot of effort into making the music video.
Dude, Lucky Ali O Sanam was shot like it's in Egypt.
Yeah, dude, honestly speaking, everybody remembers this.
Yeah.
Everybody who remembers Lucky Ali's O Sanam remembers that it was in the desert.
It was desert, dominoes and hookah. Because the video started two people randomly smoking hookah with no context. And then
I don't remember that, but I'll never forget it now. Before I say anything else, I'm gonna say that I am a giant fan of Baba Sehgal.
Oh my god, I love that man.
Like my family will testify, every time he puts something up on Instagram, it goes into my family group and they all hate me for it. I remember when he performed in the NS7 Weekender, I was one of the 5 people in that lawn who had gone to see Baba Sehgal perform. But his like most popular indie pop video, a song, was that song Dil Dhadke.
Dil Dhadke, Mera Dil Dhadke.
Right, so I think the funniest thing that I saw about that song was that obviously that song was a 90s music video, right? So like it had like crazy graphics and like the words Dil Dhadke like float into the screen in that, you know, PowerPoint presentation clip art type.
He said no, and then it's actually any and it's the screen for some reason.
But I think the funniest thing I saw on that video was the comment. I think the comment was, what special effects? This was before Windows 95 Premium processor, sorry. And I died because I was like, dude, this is...
Dude, I'll tell you what, another thing that I noticed about the video is Baba Sehgal's looks are emulating other movie stars. ठीक है? वो ऋतिक रोशन जैसे बनियान पहन के आता है.
ऋतिक रोशन उसके जैसे बनियान पहनता है. Excuse me. Baba Sehgal came before Hrithik Roshan.
That's true. And then he's randomly in the middle of this thing, okay? He's looking very seriously into the camera and he's wearing a black pant and a white shirt which is open. So you can see his belt and he's like, nice. We're like, dude, calm the fuck down.
A man that is after your heart.
Yeah, oh
shit. It is Baba Sehgal. But
Baba
trust
Sehgal
me, I feel like that man, okay, not only did he introduce like, you know, hip-hop rap to like the mainstream sort of music, but like he keeps going. Like he's still going. That dude is still fucking going.
Are you going to the gym? Then go to the gym.
Dude, it's amazing. If you haven't seen any of his recent stuff, he usually takes like really popular songs in like, you know, beach mein Money Heist had become really popular. So everybody knew the Bella Ciao song. And so he had made a spoof of that song, and it was Kela khao, Kela khao, Kela khao, khao. Fuck, dude, that man is still going.
Rakha hai teri mom ne naam Sarita. Wah. Wah.
Baba Sehgal blows my mind every time he opens his mouth. And I don't understand why that doesn't happen to more people.
And I'll tell you what the best part about that Sarita video is, there are 3 Baba Sehgals. Right, left, and on the TV behind for some reason.
And he's shooting these videos at home, huh? Yeah, like, oh, ये lockdown के period में बनाए ये सब गाने, and he's still going. What excuse do you have?
Man, legend, seriously.
We
also have to talk about like the other genres that were there during the indie pop era, because the like in the records thing that I was talking about, the second name, could you just guess? Randomly, could you guess? Like Nazia Hassan has highest sold in 90s.
Correct.
Who's number 2?
Damn, I have no idea.
You know him definitely, and you know the song also. And that song has now become a meme. I'll give you one more hint. The song has, the video has been used as a meme for Indian Power Rangers. And recently, Indian
Daler Mehndi,
exactly.
Of fucking course. Oh my god, another obvious legend, I think, for this this whole scene was Daler Mehndi.
And there's a very fascinating story behind the video of Tunak Tunak Tun, which is by the way second on the list. Tunak Tunak Tun had like the
every white person knows this song.
Oh, definitely.
Every white person, I can guarantee that, because I have been asked about Daler Mehndi, like if he still sings and if he is still popular when I was in America. It is insane.
Do you know the story behind the video though?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, that man has balls, man. I have to give it to that man.
आज कोई करके दिखाइए, कोई करके दिखाए.
I don't know who came up and told him that, but he's like, तुम्हारे वीडियो चलते हैं क्योंकि उसमें बस hot लड़कियाँ हैं. So he's like, I'll put myself 5 times at different kurtas.
And it will still be hit.
And it was the second highest selling song at that time, dude. क्या legend आदमी है.
They had a concept behind it and all. हाँ, मतलब it was still like images, like whatever shots of him dancing and all that. But one was earth, one was wind, one was fire. मतलब काफी concept development गया था उसमें, and VFX वगैरह भी करना पड़ा था. So you can imagine कि क्या क्या किया उन लोगों ने.
But since we are at Daler Mehndi, let's talk about his brother also, Mr. Mika Singh.
You know, surprisingly, what I remember about Mika Singh is, once I was randomly watching India TV, big mistake. I was randomly watching India TV and it was Mika Singh's birthday, okay? And he was cutting cake and Rakhi Sawant was standing next to him and he was going, hey, happy birthday and everything. And suddenly he turned around, he kissed her on flap, you know, like on her lips. And she was like, the whole news article was about how she hated that. Like she was like, he did it without my permission and all. When he was kissing her on camera, she's doing...
Do you remember?
Why do I remember this? It's burned into my skull.
I will tell you why. I will tell you why I remember this, because that led to a song. It's called "ए भाई तूने पपी क्यों ली?"
Oh my God, is that what that song is about? I did not know.
सारी दुनिया छोड़ के तेको वही बस मिली. That is why you remember it, dude. It became a song. That guy was like, मैं इसके बारे में गाएगा.
Oh my God, I feel like.
उसने एक इंसिडेंट को ऐसा निचोड़ा है, सब पूरा.
नहीं, but I mean, what do you think Taylor Swift does, right?
That's also
it's
true.
Kind of similar.
My God, we are comparing Taylor Swift to Mika Singh. That's where we've come. The man who sang something, मेरी जान.
I love that song.
कर ले हमसे एक बार. But now that I think about it, do you remember his first indie pop song?
No.
सावन में लग गई आग.
Dude, really? That was his first one?
Or maybe the first that like broke through. I don't know if it was his first, but
so actually, funnily enough,
Dil Mera.
Ramajan and I yesterday were discussing how there are some songs which you can't sing without having that tonality to it.
Dude,
Sawan Mein Lag Gayi Aag is one of them. You cannot sing it like normally. You can't be like Sawan Mein Lag Gayi. You have to be like Sawan Mein Lag Gayi Aag Dil Mera. Like that's the only way people will sing that song.
And you know what the best part I like about it? He has used the Doppler effect. Okay, so if you know what the Doppler effect is, if you're standing and a train goes by you, wait, अरे physics है भाई गाने में, सुनो जरा. If you're a person standing here and a train goes by, okay, ट्रेन का जो हॉर्न का आवाज है वो तुमको डिफरेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी पे सुनाई देगा. दैट्स द डॉपलर इफेक्ट. ओके, सो द कोरस गोस, ये दिल मेरा
It's fucking, oh my god.
सावन में लग गए के दिल मेरा.
Why? How you thought of that?
Do you know another indie pop artist from Pune itself? Like this guy, I had gone for his music album launch in Planet M. So Planet M used to be this shop
I
in Pune.
forgot about Planet M. God damn it.
Okay, so Planet M is another part of the 90s childhood. So Planet M was a store where you could go and buy
Music CDs.
Music CDs and cassettes and all that.
Yeah.
And they actually had like CD players wall mounted. And 3 disc changer they had. And
3 disc changer.
so they had headphones on it. And you could listen to whatever album they had over there, right? So this guy is called Avadhoot Gupte.
Yeah, I do know Avadhoot Gupte. Damn.
Which song?
Wasn't he the one who sang that? Was he the one who sang that Meri Madhubala song?
हाँ, तुझ देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मन ये पागल झाला.
तूने
एक बार हंस के जो बोला
तो मैं पंछी बन के डोला. तूने मन
का द्वार जो खोला मन कामा तू नच गेला बोला बाई बाई मन मोराचा कसा पिसारा फुल्लला फुल्लला.
Dude, Avadhoot Gupte is from Pune.
He's from Pune, dude. He launched his album in Camp Pala Planet M.
Damn.
Man.
The more you know. Why I brought up Anaida earlier was not because her music was not very popular, honestly. Like, I don't remember any of her songs. If you think about it, how you remember Made in India and how you remember all these Alisha... Exactly. How you remember all these Alisha Chinoy
Because
songs.
of Milind Soman, not Alisha Chinoy. Sorry.
Hey, Chal. She was also pretty hot.
No, dude. You know, the guy is defending Milind Soman hot hai. And she's like, Alisha Chinoy bahut hot hai.
Anyway, but yeah, so how you remember her songs, you don't really remember Anaida's songs. But when, like, during some, I don't know which year, but during Anaida's popularity phase only, she had come up with this song called Sambhal Ke, and it was with 2 other people. Their names were Tunisha and someone, Mehnaz or something like that. Okay? But it was about feminism.
Huh.
And that song was based in 2025, and the way they're showing like only women on the road and they're all going to work and stuff like that. And the whole song was about Sambhal Ke, you know, that we are coming for you types. And it blew my mind, honestly. Like, I was like, they were thinking about all this that time, and we are in 2020 and we are nowhere close to that kind of situation.
If the song is like catchy enough, it could just become the anthem.
Yeah, dude, it's quite...
It should.
Dude, I feel like it wasn't catchy because I did look at the song and like I did hear it. So the problem with that song was it wasn't catchy. But I feel like the things that they were talking about were pretty early for their time, like for sure.
So I also like remember, because like Baba Sehgal started with like the hip hop scene, it sort of died in the 90s, and then it came back with this amazing dude called Dr. Zeus.
Fuck, I forgot about Dr. Zeus.
Dr. Zeus basically Punjabi rapper tha, okay? He was not like, but he was a great, like he was a music producer as well. So Dr. Zeus ka, everyone knows the song Kangana. Definitely, it has 2 versions. One is slow, which is my personal favorite over the 2. And then I think he's the one who started the token. No, I don't think he was the one. But then there was a wave of a token black dude coming on screen and just randomly mumbling shit and then going off.
I did not know this was a fad. Like, I thought it was just a 1 or 2 video.
Because it was there in Boom Boom mein hai, this thing mein Kangana mein hai. Then abhi recently Divine got it back. In his song Mirchi, there is like this token black dude who comes and does the same thing. And my brother and I were like, "Hey, we're back in the 90s." And why I remember that Kangana wala video, WWE mein Booker T yaad hai tere ko? That rapper looks exactly like Booker T. Like, we'll do a comparison, dude. He looks exactly like Booker T. So yeah, that guy, he made Kangana, and then he produced this song called Don't Be Shy by Rouge.
Don't be shy, my honey. Oh my god.
So like freaking amazing songs, man. So that started like this sort of weird Punjabi hip hop movement, and then obviously which was there from before, like you had Jazzy B, you had Apache Indian, and Bali Sagu. Dude, Malaika Arora ka first song, you remember?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Gurinal Ishq Mita,
oh Gurinal Ishq Mita, ay hai. Funnily enough, all these indie pop songs are being kept alive by just events. Like, have you noticed? Like, it's like कोई शादी कर रहा है, इस तेरा तरपावे, ये सब होना चाहिए, you know, in the
शादी में अगर हो सब लोग ने नहीं बोला तो शादी फेल है तुम्हारी.
Is it a wedding?
शादी फेल है तुम्हारी भाई.
Not having that in your wedding, you know.
ये तो होना चाहिए. And this is like across the nation. South India में भी जाओगे वो लोग 2-3 तमिल गाने के पीछे.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if they know only that much,
that is enough, dude. It is enough. Like I said, Tanha Dil, if you go to a bar little late when people are drunk and you just shout, picture टूटेगा, glass टूटेगा, सब मारते हैं.
And yeah, and it's like, you know, it's the same genre as, you know, Jumma Chumma De De types, you know, like everybody knows that song, and it's always like after everyone is drunk already, you play this one song and you will get full result.
Full vibes, bro. Set a party scene, set a.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember Bombay Rockers?
Of course, who doesn't? Which song was your favorite?
Bombay Rockers was very like weird to me because it was a white dude trying to make it in India, and like not the opposite. It was not like one Indian dude going there, and the white dude came here and he's like, मेरे को इंडिया में गाना बनाया, मेरे को पंजाबी रैप चाहिए मेरे गाने में.
Damn.
But yeah, I think favorite has to be Aaja Nach Le, which is not like a. Everyone says
it was in that
Rock the
album,
Party,
na, but yeah, I think Rock the Party became more popular because it became mainstream. Do you remember Jasti?
Jasti? No?
दिल लगी कुड़ी कुछ रात
जस्सी. मैं जस्ती सुना, मेरा जस्ती कौन है? Jasti, of course.
I found that song like very weird, particularly because, you know, the whole context, like this Punjabi dude singing about a Gujarati chick, like it just blew my mind.
Why?
Why would he?
ये भाई ये क्या?
It was weird for me. Okay, it was weird. Divide? No, it was not about that. It was about the fact that he wants everybody to know that he's a Punjabi dude singing about a Gujarati chick. That is what was weird.
Dude, he was promoting what you say?
Gujarat tourism.
Gujarat tourism. Okay, I don't even want to.
Don't even want to get it.
ठीक है, you also want Gujarat tourism in New York.
इसलिए उसने गाना बनाया. Gujarat chicks very hot. Please go visit Gujarat.
Gujarat tourism, if you're listening, adopt that song right now.
अच्छा.
Specific though, the Punjabis should go to Gujarat.
हाँ, yeah.
It's targeted marketing.
Yeah, it's like that ad would only show in Punjab. Yeah, I feel like based on the remade songs also, na, you remember this song about Na Change Sari Raat,
Stereo Nation.
Soniyo Way.
Of course,
so it
one
got
hit wonder. कर लो थोड़ा सा प्यार. वो इतना पैशन से गा रहा है, इतना स्लो गाना गा रहा है वो ऐसा एक माइक से फुल ये.
Yeah, अरे
tempos like this.
The visual effects in that song was also really cool. So he's evidently done it with no visual effects in mind. He's doing stuff like this and like this, right? And वहाँ पे एक ऐसा disco ball आता है, you know, like, and he's like Dragon Ball Z all of a sudden.
एक करके छोड़ना भाई नहीं. हर एक मूवमेंट में एक का. Do you remember? अरे which is that song? Shit.
तू है
yes,
वही
thank you.
दिल ने जिसे.
Do you know what that video is about?
Yeah, about call girls.
Yes, it's about phone sex. And I got to know this like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
And we used to happily watch it. वो ICC cable पे आता था.
Oh man, ICC cable. Okay, for you young kids out there who have this bloody YouTube and Spotify, and on one click you can get the song you want. हमें पता है कितना मेहनत करता है.
I know, we had to call a fucking number and be like, मेरे को ये गाना सुनने का है, and then used to come in that.
No, okay, so the system was ICC had 2 music channels. One was English, one was Hindi. ठीक है? तो उसमें एक
English
नंबर.
में सिर्फ हिंदी के आता था by the way.
Hey, Shakira also, please.
Sorry.
Basically, screen पे एक नंबर आता था which you could call, okay? And if you पहले you have to be in waiting. So waiting 30 के नीचे मिला तो तुम lucky हो पहले बात. ठीक है? So you get online and then your phone becomes a remote, and the numbers on the the screen is to pop up and it is to become a menu. So if you press like 1 artist आता था, then you press like okay, so suppose Lucky Ali is 5, so you have to press 5 on your phone, और वहाँ पे 5 select होता था screen पे, and then see the song, and then you have to press like suppose like O Sanam was 3, so you have to press 3, and then it used to say कि okay, your song is now in queue and it will play in this much duration. On the phone you used to get that. हम लोग इतना मेहनत करते थे एक गाना सुनने के लिए,
just to see and
oh my god,
hear
and
one song.
Because it was so difficult, you had to be constantly tuned in if you wanted to listen to that one song. Like हमारे मूड हुआ मेरे को बिन तेरे सनम सुनने का, तो बैठ के देखना पड़ता था आधा घंटा कि आ रहा है कि नहीं. तेरे सनम मर मिटेंगे हम, आ मेरी जिंदगी.
Dude, फाल्गुनी पाठक के songs में इतने सारे TV stars थे, you know, they started like.
Dude, Falguni Pathak is
her own genre
yeah,
of music. Like many people put her in that Garba and all that. No, Falguni Pathak Garba is different. It's very different.
देखो Falguni Pathak है बस. वो अलग है, वो भी legendary है.
Dude, Falguni Pathak was a trip because a lot of things that a lot of the music videos became very popular. वो तो है ही कि you know, but she used to aim them at like young people, na. So like all her music videos had young people in it. And you know, have you ever heard the song Indana Vinova Gaite More Saiya?
Yeah, of course, come on.
So this song had like this lady, I don't know, she literally imprisons a dude in her house.
Yes, I remember this.
No, and he's her neighbor or something. So he comes to help her out with something, or it's raining outside and comes in, typical shit, right? And then she imprisons him in her house and she's dressing up as various things to see what turns him on. What is this?
Experimenting.
I distinctly remember there's this one part where she's like walking down the stairs and she's dressed like Cleopatra. ठीक है? And she's like परवाने थाम ली चुनरिया मुझे लगा तुम आए. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Concept, but every video was a fever dream.
Yeah,
like if you remember any of these videos, you're like, what exactly was happening? Because even that Tu Hai Wahi scene, everybody remembers those 3 girls dressed in pink and
latex. Oh my god, let's talk about latex. Like latex, the fabric of the 90s.
They are wearing pink latex. They are all dressed like in a different, like you know how Powerpuff Girls have different colors. They had like different outfits, but they are all the same.
No,
pink.
So they had different outfits when they actually went on location with the guys. Basically, in that room when we're talking, they are in pink latex.
Pink latex, but like different styles. Na? Like one of them was off-shoulder one of them was. So like they were not wearing like a uniform, but it was a uniform.
It was a uniform.
But then you'd move into this soft porn direction, like where the guys are on the phone with them, but they're actually there with them. And like one is in a telephone booth, then one is like, matlab it was very soft porn because
there was a telephone booth and it was raining outside. Then
yes, it was like very, what is your deepest fantasy?
Dude,
like they had this discussion around the table.
वो एक बंदे के बाथरूम में रहती क्योंकि उसके पेरेंट्स बाहर है. ये कहाँ से deepest fantasy?
Hey man, you don't know what turns people on, yaar. Don't kink shame.
And the third guy I remember was in a red convertible. It was just car sex.
It was
that. So
वो बेचारा bore हो रहा है. He's waiting or something in his car for 1,000 years. He's like, चलो phone sex करते हैं. He calls a number and she's like, तू है वही
दिल में जिसे.
किसने बनाया ये concept? Excuse me.
You know, do you remember चढ़ती जवानी?
Of course. I remember the dance also. चढ़ती जवानी तेरी चाल मस्त.
And वो कौन सा Spanish गाना था? Last Ketchup. It was
उसका इतना खून कर दिया था ना. By the time we were done with the Last Ketchup movement.
चढ़ती जवानी का तो मर्डर किया हमने. Last Ketchup भी लेके उसका भी मर्डर किया हमने. And that video is 3 mannequins. 3
I had forgotten about
very
that.
skimpily dressed mannequins turning into even uglier women. Like the mannequins were better.
It's so mean, yaar.
I know,
तो Alisha Chinoy को hot नहीं बोला तूने, which is insane.
No.
But ठीक है, whatever.
Hey, I have a soft corner of a 90s man. Okay.
And yet we remember only 1 million songs.
नहीं यार, लकी अली भी काफी
हाँ, अरे नहीं यार, वो different है, वो like it's not.
Shan was too good boy for me.
Oh, Shan, yeah.
What is wrong with what am I talking about? it's very interesting to me that the 90s pop was like not only pop, it had these various segments like Falguni Pathak with the Garba vibe, the Lair Mehndi and all the Punjabi artist vibe.
Yeah.
And then there was a spike of bands that started coming up, right? So there was, I think most famous of them was Euphoria.
Euphoria,
Like, which was led by Palash Sen. Mairi to sabko pata hai. But I actually like Junoon better.
Oh yeah, same. I like Junoon better.
Like way better.
Junoon again was not an Indian band.
No,
they were Pakistani. But yeah, they were all around the same time only they had become popular, right?
Like Junoon with Sayoni, Euphoria with Mairi. Then I think the last of those bands was Jal. With I think they had done Aadat, which then became into like
Kalyug film mein tha.
I think the film version became more famous
popular.
than but I like the
original bhi acha tha.
I don't know, the feel of the original sort of hit better with me than the one in the movie.
It was more instrumental, na?
Yeah.
I feel like the film versions always depend more on the lyrics and like because they have to give the actor screen time, na? So usme ho jata hai kuch na kuch.
But yeah, man, so it's very interesting to see like pop music also thriving, traditional music or like Punjabi music.
It was a great time for music.
Thriving, bands thriving. You had rapper collectives like Bombay Rockers who were thriving. So it like that entire era had a space for a lot of people, and it was so what do you say, important or powerful that people from Bollywood, like I said, Anu Malik, dude. How have we not spoken about Anu Malik yet?
I think we didn't get to Anu Malik particularly because he really moved into Bollywood hardcore. Like he
started in Bollywood. But then this movement was too big for even Anu Malik to ignore. Like वो level पे पहुंच गया था ये. Like Anu Malik had to do a couple of songs. उसमें से देखो बारिश हो रही है is my favorite. Every time, every rainy season, without fail. पहला बारिश जब होता है, मैं पूरा गाना गाता हूँ. Without fail.
Ramanujan custom.
Dude, that is lyrics.
You know what I'm imagining? It's raining outside. Ramanujan is standing at a window and looking outside and singing the entire song.
बारिश हो रही है. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Again the tone. मेरा दिल रो रहा है. My heart is paining. It's paining. It's paining. तेरे लिए. I should stop. मैं पूरा गाना गा दूँ. बारिश नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, you know what? We're going to give a 3-second pause for you to guess in your mind before we reveal the artist of this song. मोहब्बत कर ले रे. You guessed wrong. I know. Because it's Shamak Dawar.
Why did Shamak Dawar decide that he is a singer? No one will ever know. Now, this is my theory. The dude was a dancer, okay, and he was like, "अरे यार, वो dance beat वाले songs है ही नहीं."
मैं खुद बना रहा हूँ.
हाँ, and then he was like, "चल ठीक है, now I have become big enough. I have the money to produce myself. So I am going to put money into becoming a pop star, and I am going to make my own songs so that people can dance to them." That is my theory, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
मोहब्बत कर ले रे, मोहब्बत कर ले रे, किसी का दिल अपना ले रे, मोहब्बत
कर ले. Is that what the lyrics are?
Of course. It's basically motivation for a guy who's like very sad to go out and get a girl to get sadder because he'll be rejected. I don't know.
So, where this has gone? Ramanujan, you okay? You okay over there?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm actually glad that this choreographer decided to join the movement in the early 2000s, and this guy's name is Mr. Ganesh Hegde. मैं दीवाना is मेरा पार्टी एंथम. It just मेरा starting song है वो of the 90s indie pop playlist if I have to dance if I'm at a party. And this is how I decide who I want to be with or talk to in the rest of the party. If I play Main Deewana and if you recognize it within the first 3
that's the group that you
I'm like मैं देखता हूँ किसका चेहरा चमका तेरा चमका तू मेरा best friend बस.
Dude, you remember Pankaj Udas?
Yes, I do. I don't want to.
He had Udas in his name. The dude had Udas in his name. Oh my goodness. So Pankaj Udas, I feel like it's very strange that someone has Udas in his name and his songs were also like that only.
You know what I just realized just now? Pankaj Narayan is the opposite Pankaj Udas is the opposite of Udit Narayan. Exact opposite.
You're right.
Pankaj Udas sings every song with a sad expression. Udit Narayan can't stop smiling even if he's singing a sad song. They are exactly opposite. Wow, dude.
Vipreetarthak.
I'm so glad that you brought up Pankaj Udas because we would have not addressed one of the freaking pioneers of the 90s in the ghazal world, Mr. Jagjit Singh.
Jagjit Singh, right.
So Jagjit Singh is like, obviously you had his songs in like Sarfarosh and all of that, but his, like my favorite ghazal of his, which I was introduced to last year by a friend, it's called Koi Dost Hai Na Rakib Hai. Oof, feels dude, feels like I am so glad that no movie tried to adapt it because just the lyrics are so good that it just can't be picturized also. I don't think a music video of that exists. But yeah, so see again, like we were talking about the space, there is a ghazal movement also happening at that time.
At the same time.
With Pankaj Das, Jagjit Singh, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, Rahat Fateh Ali Khan coming in. So it just had like this amazing space for artists to come and thrive. And then sadly, they just couldn't escape the giant that was Bollywood. And Bollywood just devoured all of these people.
Dude, and it's mainly because I feel like a lot, especially at that time when indie pop died out, it had become very obvious that not only did songs need the film to survive, the film needed the songs to survive.
Actually.
Right? So if producers are already putting their money into making films, like with big stars and all that, they didn't want to also like divide their money and put it into pop artists because they were like, "Arey, inka matlab sirf music hi aayega na." They wanted to get more value for their money.
Yeah.
So all the money was going into Bollywood.
So, just to put in context how powerful Bollywood is, Bollywood managed to get a British pop song, an indie pop star, to sing a song in a movie for Abhishek Bachchan.
Dude, you realize that the pinnacle of that sentence was Abhishek Bachchan. It just, everything fizzles out. You know how you're building up. You get to Abhishek Bachchan.
Whoosh. And okay. But that's
so they remade One Love, was it?
Yeah.
By Blue, and they made it like an indie pop song.
One love, धड़कन का है.
One love, मिलकर रहे one love, एक आसमां है एक जहां one love.
नया सोच है one love,
नई जोश है one love, हमें है यकीन one love is all we need. Also, we are putting together Samya and Ramajan 90s hits playlist, which we will link below.
Yes, 90s essentials.
You made it to the end of the podcast. That is awesome. Because that was a long ass podcast. But that's what we do at Padaku Panda. We aim for those 15-20 second TikTok freaking weird ass people. We are here for you. So thank you. So now since you made it, and if you really like this content, which I hope you do because you're here, please hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, that is somewhere here. And
you can also find us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
So we also have like an audio version, which is great, but this is where the real OGs are at. So man, thank you, and I'm glad you're here. And if you still hang out here, I'm surprised.
Please subscribe. Okay.
And if you're already subscribed, share it with your friends. Be like, hey, look at this cool thing I found. That makes me super cool because you don't know about it. Jo tujhe nahi pata, I don't have a follow for that.
Please stop. I am the one who's going to edit this.